And we are back. This is Luther, and welcome to the Guessnicity Podcast. And this is a place where I give the case and you guess the race. And today, it's a solo episode, similar to what I've done with Jabbar, similar to what I've done, not solo, but I have one person with me, not a group of people. I've done this with Jabbar. I've done it with Ty when it was impromptu. In fact, I called it Impromptu Conversations with Ty. I think this episode is going to be called Conversations with Jess. We got Jess on today. How's it going, my friend?
Very excited to be here. I've looked forward to this all week.
I'm excited to have you. I feel like the listeners, especially the 1159 listeners who have known you over the years, would like to get to know more about you. You've been kind of a mystery. You pop up here and there. If they listen to Never Daily, you would talk more, quite a bit on there. You really opened up once you jumped on this podcast.
I do. Yeah. It's my favorite. Yeah.
So I figured, hey, why not have just you on? And you've talked about some things in your life in the past that have happened, and we might dig a little deeper into those depending on where conversation goes. Or we may just end up staying surface level and just talking about random bullshit. It just depends on where we go. That's cool with you?
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here. Now, I know we were supposed to be talking about you and everything, but we were just talking before we started about Halloween. Now, what did you do for Halloween? Because you said you had to recover from Halloween. So what did you do?
Oh, that sounds bad when I tell you what I'm about to say, because Becky and I took the kids around the block, and I may have not eaten that day. And so we packed a little cooler. We go around the block. I drink my beers or whatever. And then I realized when it's like 8, 9, 10 o'clock or whatever, it was like 10. I'm like, man, I haven't eaten anything today, but I've drank a lot of beer. And then when I woke up the next day, I was like, I definitely did not eat anything yesterday because I was struggling. I was telling you that I sat in the shower for about 45 minutes, a sitting shower where the water pours over you.
Right.
Yeah, it was rough. But Becky and I took the kids around the block. We took them to all the grandma and grandpa's houses. The dads passed out the candy. Yeah, that was about it. Nothing exciting, but I felt like shit the next day.
Fun times. So do you have like a rain shower like directly overhead?
No.
Oh, okay.
We live in a very teeny tiny house we have one bathroom.
Okay.
I share with my 2 boys and my husband, so lots of urine. Yay. But no, it's like a regular shower, like a bathtub shower. So I just sit in the bathtub and let the water fall over me. I
selfishly, every house or apartment I move into, buy a rain shower head because I love just...
Oh, it's big. It's like
this.
No,
I'm just talking about straight
down. But not
down.
from the ceiling. No.
Yeah, not from an angle. But I mean, mine doesn't come from the ceiling, but it kind of bows out and then comes straight over the top.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. As long as it just rains straight down.
There's a lot of water. Yeah. I just sit there and let it.
Yeah. That's the best.
Yeah.
Those are the best. It's
to the point where my husband came in and was like, "Are you okay?" Like, yeah, I'm fine. Leave me alone. I'll get out eventually. Sitting showers are the best, especially when you don't feel good. If you've not taken a sitting shower.
See, I've never sat down in the shower.
What?
I never sat down.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah. Something I have to check out, I guess.
Yeah, just sit down.
And just chill.
And turn the water up a little bit hotter because by the time it gets to you, it cools down. And then you just sit there and die.
I just need like a wooden stool or something to sit in my shower.
No, you're not. You're athletic. You're fine. Just
my shower is not that big.
I have a tub.
You have a tub. I don't. I have an actual shower.
Oh, like a shower locker? Like that's like a square
separate
box? You can sit down. You're fine. It's the best.
Yeah.
Just check it out. Tell me later. It's good.
I don't want to sit on the shower floor. Let me just say that. That's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to sit on the actual floor. That's why I said just a little stool. We got a stool down there I could probably throw in.
Like a handicap.
That's right.
Like a medical chair.
Yeah, get one of them too. Something.
That's not a bad idea.
I mean, if I don't want to hit the floor, then yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I wore sandals for the first 5 years in my shower because we live in a very, very old house. It's built in 1960s. So when we moved in, it was 1960s house. It had nasty everything. In the past 15 years, we've slowly
It's been fixing it
remodeled
up.
everything. Yeah. So now it's new. Everything's new. But in the
okay.
beginning,
So you like
I
that.
wore my sandals in the shower.
But by doing that, I bet you saved a lot of money on the house.
Oh my God, yeah.
At least up front. I mean, I
No,
know
we're
you had to
almost
put
paid
money
off.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've almost paid off. That's why I was talking to some people tonight. I'm like, we've been saving. We're trying to we want to buy a bigger house. We want to have a little bit of land, but not move far. But it takes a lot of effort to like, you kind of have to live really below your means and save so that you can kind of afford the long-term goal, I guess. I don't know. That's what we found out.
Right. You do, especially nowadays.
Yeah, you can't like live above your means and then expect to go buy your dream house.
Yeah,
Like you have to live below your means so that you can afford it. So
or win the lottery.
yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Halloween for us.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Just talking. Halloween for us was very laid back. One of the girls had her girlfriend come over and they went trick-or-treating. 15, I had the girls on the episode. So yeah, the 15-year-old went trick-or-treating with her friend. Zion was in town, but she went trick-or-treating with her brother in another neighborhood. And Zoe and Tam sat out front. We put out a card table and they passed out snacks, candy. And I told you I was going to give y'all the cheat code. We had about 5 boxes of ramen noodles.
I was
delivered to our house by accident for somebody else.
Really?
And Sam was like, the girls don't like the shrimp ones. They don't like the beef. I like the beef ones.
I don't beef.
They only like chicken. Well, we put all the ramen noodles in there. The ramen noodles went first. It didn't matter what age, little kids, teenagers, all of that. The ramen noodles went first, and the ramen noodles are the most cheapest thing you can buy. Like, so
Becky and I were just talking about that. Like, you can buy ramen cheaper than candy.
Yep.
And my 4-year-old, about to be 5, so like we always have like their big bag of candy. And like my kids, I give them candy all year round. So when they get Halloween candy, they don't think it. They're like,
it's
cool.
not a big deal to them. Yeah.
Cool, a little tiny Snickers. I got a big Snickers yesterday. Like, they don't care, right? Mm-hmm. And so I was like, pick out some candy that you like, and the rest of it we're going to donate to the troops. Because at his daycare, they have like a donate your candy to the troops. He's like, okay. He picked out his ramen, a Snickers, and a Skittles pack. Mm-hmm. And I didn't tell him 3. I said, just pick out what you want. The ramen was his first choice.
Of course.
What?
Kids love ramen noodles.
They do.
And you can buy a pack of like 10 or 12 for like $2 or $3.
Way cheaper than candy.
And so you buy, 3-4 boxes of those, you're good. Now, the problem is, not the problem, but this year we probably had the fewest trick-or-treaters that we've had in a while. But that's because they did so many trunk or treats around us. Like a church did a big one. They just built a new stadium like by us, and I want to say they did like a big trunk or treat by the new. The more
trick or treats, the less trick or treaters. Yes,
correct.
Yeah.
So
see, ours was the opposite because like our local church, I guess people got way too drunk last trunk or treat, and so this trunk or treat they decided it was only open to the school kids, not just like the parishioners, like with the Catholic church. So like normally the whole community could come, but this year it's like you have to have a wristband. Because people got too drunk, blah, blah, blah. So we had more trick-or-treaters this year. And a lot of like 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, which made me super happy because they're all dressed up. I'm like, oh, I love that they're still out and about. It's not all like 3-year-olds.
Yeah. We had quite a few teenagers come by.
We did too.
And then at the end of the night, we put everything in a big laundry basket and set it outside. And so once it started getting cool, moved the card table closer to the house. I put the laundry basket sideways and just left it sitting out. I didn't even put a sign out saying take one. We just left it. Man, probably 10 minutes later, a group of kids, my camera started going off talking about those people in the driveway. I look and they're looking around like, you're only supposed to take one. Like I can hear them. And they're like, no, I'm about to take them. They started pulling so much shit out of there. But that's what we wanted. Like, man, take all that shit. Yeah, take it all.
Well, that's my husband. Like my husband and Becky's husband stayed behind and Becky and I walked the kids, which was our choice, right? But when we got back, I'm like, where'd all the candy go? Adam's the type of person that like when it starts to get late, he's just like dump dump. Like, he's like, take it all. And then he'll start handing out like money if he doesn't have. Like, I'm like, go inside, Adam. Like, stop giving away so much candy. But he just gives every kid like 10, 12, 15 pieces. I'm like,
yeah, they love coming to y'all house.
Yeah.
Probably looping back around like, hey, let's go back to
who knows?
The one house.
We normally do like full size and then good candy. I'm always like, the full size go to the kids we know. And he's just like over there dumping it. I'm like,
yeah, we just say, grab what you want, man.
Yeah.
Y'all reach in there and grab something. And they go. But it was weird, too. We had quite a few people driving around, too. So we had parents pull up with kids in the back of a pickup truck, and they would just all jump out, run to the house, ring the doorbell, and jump back in.
That's weird to me.
Yeah, get you. Stop being fucking lazy.
Like,
if you want some candy, go earn it. Go walk. Yeah, go earn that shit. So, Jess, this is something I thought about. You know, there have been some rumors about you that are out there that we've talked about. Nothing, you'll see when I say this. So, Jess, the word around town is, why are you laughing? Like, I can't even be serious, play serious with you, and you bust out laughing. So, and everybody in the background, and Mateo is right on the money. We have heard all the rumors about you being some kind of big cocaine dealer around here. And so I want to give you an opportunity to let people know that you don't deal cocaine like that.
I do not deal cocaine.
Just snort it. Okay. So now I'm playing. Anyway, so you're not a international drug. You're not a female white El Chapo.
I wish. What is that? Have you seen was it Gazelle? No,
Giselle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish I was. That would be awesome. I think maybe in a different life. Like, I do believe that you can probably live like different, like your soul kind of.
Griselda Blanco. Yeah. Cocaine cowboys.
There's a little, I don't know. My grandma's from Germany.
So when you talk about Griselda Blanco, right, we brought her up real quick. Did you watch the Netflix series or did you watch Cocaine Cowboys, the documentary?
I've watched both of them.
Okay. Cocaine Cowboys is much better to me. It's much better.
But have you watched like the dramatized series?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was on Netflix.
Yeah. Which was good.
It was good.
But, different.
Well, okay. Since you're not a drug dealer.
Yeah, at Apex, if Jess was a dealer, she wouldn't be in her bathroom. Thank you.
You wouldn't be sharing the bathroom with her boys, yeah.
So, this is my other bathroom that I could have, but I'm here.
Is it?
Yeah. I only have, I have a half bath and a full bath. And I turned my half bath into an office. Yeah.
Office studio.
Because I work from home like 2 or 3 days.
So you work in there too?
Yeah, from like my real job.
And and that's a window next to you, right?
Yeah.
So it's a big ass window in the bathroom?
Yeah, it's weird. The toilet would be like right here in front of me. This is a mirror. This is my vanity. This is the sink that would be here. Yeah. Well, it's very tiny. But I don't have anywhere else private to, where would I sit that was private? So I share the urinal.
Well, I had a whole guest room that I got told to get out of and got put in the guest room closet.
Exactly. So, where you should, my closet isn't.
Yeah. I barely can fit this little ass table that's in here.
Well, we've been thinking, we have like this, nobody cares. We have like this little shed outside. It's like a 2-door shed. And I thought about like insulating it and like that being my office. But then where would I put my gardening stuff?
Yeah, don't do that.
The solution is move.
Yeah, to stay in the bathroom, right? Because and that shed's going to get hot or cold, everything.
And there's so many mice probably.
Yeah, it'll be horrible. Yeah. Well, since go ahead. You about to say something else? It's free. You can say whatever you want to now. I'm leaving it. It's just you and me. I'm just trying not to cut you off.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, since we established that you're I'm not going to say no longer, that you're not a international cocaine dealer, let's talk about another drug dealer real quick in our first case. That works? All right. Picture a business, not just a business, but a spa located in a small town. The owner is a woman in her early 30s, almost like somebody we know, presenting as part of the health and beauty world. She offers treatments, wellness services, the kind of place you go to after a long week. Hardly suspicious. Until investigators are alerted in early August of 2025, so just a couple of months ago, to a pattern. Multiple local pharmacies reporting forged prescriptions for controlled substances. These prescriptions are traced back to the spa. Law enforcement moves quickly. A warrant for the spa is obtained in August 11th of 2025. The search jumps off, right? So they search the spa. There's evidence of illegal activity, and the charges would be sweeping. So the owner, our mystery person, our suspect, was arrested on August 16th. She turned herself into authorities. She faced 25 criminal counts, including 3 counts of drug trafficking, 1 count of criminal conspiracy to commit drug trafficking, 1 count of attempted drug trafficking. I guess I just throw everything at her so see what sticks, because all of that sounds relatively the same to me.
Right.
Drug trafficking, then attempted drug trafficking. So I guess if she doesn't get it. Anyway, 6 counts of unlawful distribution of controlled substances, 1 count of attempted unlawful distribution, 1 count of criminal conspiracy to unlawfully distribute controlled substances, 1 count of practicing medicine without a license, because you're a spy. So I'm really trying to figure out how she was writing prescriptions, because we don't have a prescription book in our spa.
No.
And 11 counts of forgery in the 4th degree. Authorities say the forged prescriptions were used at local pharmacies to obtain controlled narcotics, with the spa acting as the origin point. The bond for this case was set at $1.5 million. So our somewhat drug pushing, our forgery writing prescription person is what race, Jess?
Asian or Mexican?
Asian
right?
or Mexican?
Asian? Is it screaming Asian? I feel like it's screaming Asian because it's like a undercover, like, it's like massage parlors with the curtains in the window, with the weird.
Right. Almost like a bathhouse. You think it's like some kind of bathhouse spa with the Asians doing happy endings at the end. Yeah. Oh, in the back door, Cassie's like, hey, no felony and felony happy endings? No felony happy endings. No, we passing out drugs around here. You got to get your happy endings somewhere else.
Asian? Is that too broad?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
We can leave it Asian. I know there's so many different Asian, just like white. There's so many races or ethnicities for white. You just say white.
I could guess American.
We don't have any international crimes today. I'll tell you
American.
So you're sticking with Asian?
Asian.
Asian. All right. So our suspect in this case name is Miss Whitney Leanne Cheatham. She is very happy in her mugshot. White.
Oh, very white.
Look at that smile. Like,
why is she so happy, girl? You committed a crime.
And that's not like a happy high look. That's just like she's genuinely happy.
Yeah. Like, I'm taking my passport photo.
I'm taking a picture. Like, she just did a natural pose. So, yeah, white look, hair's done. But she did turn herself in. So I guess she got did up to go forge.
How was she writing prescriptions? Like, did she?
That's what I don't get. I don't know how you get that at a spa. Now, I know there's medical spas.
Well, like, my esthetician has, she can write GLP-1 prescription. You know what I mean? Like, she can write a tretinoin, like a dermatologist recommends type of prescription.
Okay.
Because she's a nurse. Like, she's a
medical. She has a medical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a PA. Maybe it's a nurse. I don't know what the names are. People are probably screaming it in the background right now. Like,
Tam can tell us. Do I need to call Tam?
Yeah. Phone a friend.
Call her. Hey, which estheticians can write prescriptions?
But Let's see. Like you get a certain type of medical degree or license that you can write those prescriptions.
Let's see. She's going to be like, why are you calling me? What? I thought you were.
But that's like my esthetician. Like, she prescribes GLP-1. She does tretinoin.
Right. Hey, real quick.
Uh-huh.
What type of esthetician can write prescriptions?
None.
Okay. What kind of spa can you go to write prescription?
You can go to a physician's assistant and they can write a prescription.
A PA.
Okay.
There is a such thing as a aesthetic nurse, but that's a nurse that went to aesthetic school.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
It's like a PA.
Nurses can write prescriptions.
No, it's like a PA. Yeah.
Nurse practitioner can. Yeah, but that wouldn't be in a spa though.
Mine is. She's a nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay. Okay. Gotcha. Because we just did a case and the person that owns a spa, wellness spa, and was writing fake prescriptions for people to go get all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, I mean that's why she's on the episode, right? Yeah. All right, me and Jess about to jump back into it. All right. So there we go. That's how she was writing prescriptions. Okay, Jess, you have talked about your brother on the podcast, and I know you said your brother killed himself at one point, correct? And then the last time we recorded, you said something along the lines of, so was it alcohol?
Yes.
Was that the primary, was it this alcoholism?
It was
a combination.
I think it was depression. We didn't know the alcohol was as bad as it was until when after we found him, it was just like so much alcohol. I've met people that drank a lot, but he had like 10/5 of like the cheapest vodka you could ever think of, completely empty. And he had only lived in his apartment for 4 days. Oh. So 10/5 in 4 days.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like
that's a
yeah. And like when I had so like he lived with us. So it was a spiral thing. Like his wife left him. He got a DWI. He lost his job. He lost his house. And then he moved in with me and Adam into our apartment, my husband now. And he was, I was young. Adam, we partied. Like we all had good time. But then when we moved from our apartment to our house, he wouldn't come out of his room, and we're like, hey, we're moving.
Yeah. We
got to go. And so Adam's dad and his stepdad like actually went into his room and like moved all his stuff over to the house. And then he would just be like, I would smell urine. I guess he would like, eventually I figured out like he was just like drunk and peeing himself, laying in bed, like not leaving the room ever. And then eventually I like called him out on it and he denied it. And one day I was like looking out the front window and he went out to his truck and he grabs like this Gatorade bottle and drinks out of it. Mind you, it's July in Missouri. It's like 107 degrees.
Yeah.
The vodka, I went out afterwards, smelled it. It was vodka. It was probably like 150-degree vodka. He's just drinking like hot vodka, hiding it. So I kick him out. And he moves in with his grandma. He gets a little better. He moves into an apartment and kills himself within 4 days. So it's like, I don't know. That's the summary of the story.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you answered a few questions because I was like, well, how old were you? Like when? But you were older. Because I know he was older than you, correct?
So I was 23 when he died. And he lived with us from when I was 21 to 23. And then the next year after he died, I got pregnant and had my son. Like, yeah, he's been gone 11, like my son's 10 and he was gone 11 years. Like he died the year before.
So you never got to meet either one of the boys there?
No.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah. He and that's my biggest fear is like, I guess a good example of is like, people like maybe like a Robin Williams, like the person that's happy all the time, like doesn't express any sadness. He was just, he's such a happy person. Like he was always freaking happy. But then when things went wrong, it went real wrong, And then he never told anybody about it. So like he never told us that he was sad or that he wanted to fix, you know what I mean? Like, and that's my biggest like goal in life is like with my boys or like my husband or like the people that I love. I'm like, just talk, open up, don't hide it. Because when you hide it, it festers.
Right. So once he got into that depression hole, he just couldn't get out of it.
No. And we were also all living like I was a 21-year-old kid trying to figure out my life too, Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't, when you think about drugs and addiction and all of that, a lot of times people forget about alcohol, or at least don't lump it into that same group. They're like, well, alcohol is not heroin, or alcohol is not coke or meth, but depending on how much you drink, it can have the same effects, if not worse. And I know I've done, gone down rabbit holes and stuff and trying to see people recover or come out of it. And even, you just can't even stop drinking cold turkey because the withdrawals are just that strong, So it's,
my brother, so like, we put him into a couple different rehabs. And the one time he was in the hospital, I'll never forget. We were sitting there and he's like, there's mice coming out of the walls. Like he literally, truly believed there's mice coming out of all the walls. I'm like, I never knew that alcohol could do that to somebody. I truly thought, I'm like, what are you on? Like, what are you taking, you know?
Right.
But he was just withdrawing from alcohol. But he thought little tiny mice were coming out of all the crevices of the walls, you know?
Yeah. I heard it's like bad for a true alcoholic to try to.
And it's legal.
Come off of. Right. But weed's not legal in most states. Yeah. Makes no sense.
Which nobody has ever overdosed from marijuana, ever.
At all. So last question before we jump into the next case. So watching him go through that and then, of course, killing himself, like what was the major, I guess, effect that, because but I ask people these type of questions because honestly, I haven't gone through, both my parents still alive. I haven't lost any siblings. I haven't lost anybody close to me besides grandparents yet. So I really don't know. I haven't even lost a close friend. Like, so I haven't had to go through.
It's lucky. Yeah.
Any of it. Right. and to the point to where like we didn't even have dogs growing up. So my two dogs now, whenever they pass, that's probably going to hit me hard as I'll get out because I never had even animals, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
well, mine started at a young age because my dad took his own life when I was about to turn 6. So I guess it was June. I was 5 and then I turned 6 in July. But I didn't know that he killed himself until I was in middle school because my mom didn't outwardly tell me that. She always said that something was wrong with his brain. And then eventually I was like, somebody murder him. And that's probably why I like murder because I grew up thinking that somebody murdered my dad. And then I asked her and she was like, no, he hung himself. And I was like, okay, I get it. And then, which my brother is not my dad's son. We're half siblings. So people are always like, oh, it's just, I'm like, no, it's just
that was going to be my next question. Do you think it's?
No, because then my brother took his own life, which I never really thought he would. But what I truly believe, and like, I think I need to, like, so we found hospital paperwork and that he had gone to the hospital like 2 or 3 days before that we think it happened. And they had told him that like his pancreas, his kidneys, and his liver were all shutting down. And he was 28 years old. He had pancreatitis really bad when he was probably 25, 26 because of all the alcohol he drank. And then it started spreading and affected his liver and his kidneys. And so we think that he was probably in a lot of pain and he thought, I'll never get better from this. My family doesn't love me. I'm sick. Like, this is what it is. You know?
All the stuff you tell yourself.
Yeah.
When you're going through
that. That's what I think. Like, he was probably in a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
So. And then Grandpa he had like stage 4 lung cancer and he was like on breathing treatment. He was like, nobody's going to wipe my ass.
Wow.
Literally, that's what he said. He's like, nobody's going to change my diapers. Like, I'll take my own situation. So
your grandfather too?
Yes.
So your grandfather, your father, and your brother?
Yes.
So what's crazy is I was going to ask you about your dad too, because I know we've talked about your stepfather being a police officer.
Yes,
correct?
He's still alive. Yes, he's the best. He had a heart attack just a few weeks ago, and he's going to be 78 years old, and he's the baddest ass person I've ever met.
Good deal. At least, you ended up...
I have to say, like, something Sam taught me, he's like, you have to say it out loud, like, whatever that God or power or whatever it is, like, there's a plan, and I truly believe I have to trust it, and I have to believe that there's like a reason for all of that.
And you're persevering through it, honestly.
Because that makes you who you are. Like, if that stuff didn't happen, then what would you be? A sack of meat? Like,
right.
Yeah.
And I knew you were a person I could probably talk this kind of stuff to talk about with you because you've talked about it before, and I can kind of tell that I hate to say the word at peace with everything, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
the only thing I'm not at peace with is like, I just want to make sure my kids don't repeat the cycle. Like, correct. That's what is my biggest fear. Like, I'm at peace with all the things that happened in the past because it's what's done is done, right?
Right.
There's no changing that. What I can control is like my children. That scares the shit out of me. Like,
gotcha.
I don't want to repeat that mental illness or like.
That would probably be the fear for me. Now that you're saying your grandfather, your father, and then your brother, but your brother is not related to your father. right? So it's not like it was hereditary or
Yeah.
anything, genetic, maybe. It could have been. Who knows if you dig deep. But genetic meaning he could have picked it up from some other body down the line from you, not your grandfather or your father or anything. Yeah. Because that answered that question about your father. Because I was going to ask, I said, well, you were raised by your stepfather for the most part. What happened to your father? But you just told me, so I don't even have to go there. But with that, hey, you want to jump into another case real quick though before we get out of all the dark stuff real quick?
Yeah, it can be really morbid. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Becky always is like, oh, you went there. I'm like, yeah,
Well,
I also believe that when I talk about them, like they understand, like they're like, hey, yeah, she remembers me, or like, I don't know.
Right. And then they
feel that vibration.
Correct.
Whatever.
And they probably almost comfort you in a sense of like, hey,
For
like
sure.
you're good. Yeah.
Because I want other people to understand, like I tell my oldest all the time, I'm like, every day when you wake up, it is a new day. It literally is a new fucking day.
Yep.
Like the worst day you could ever have, the next day, even if it's shitty, it's not the same as the one before. Like you always get another opportunity unless you give it up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just keep trying, like there's always going to be a new day. The sun's going to come up and it's going to go down. Like, I don't know. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Yeah.
That's what I tell a lot of people when they're going through something. It was like, is this the first thing you went through? Nope. Every time you go through something, you always make it out. Yep. So why are we stressing right now? Because you just go through it for the moment and then you're going to get out of it on the other side. Like, let's try to ride it out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. What's the next one?
All right. So we talked about alcoholism a little bit, right? And it having a hold on people. So this case was brought to me by Erica Bosco. So I've been bouncing back and forth between Erica and Cassie giving me cases, right?
Apex Erica?
So let's go over this one. And to those who be like, man, all he uses is Erica and Cassie's cases. I've sent stuff. Other people have sent me stuff too. Your stuff is in the mix. They just sent me a lot of stuff
Isn't that great though? Like
it is.
It's actually helpful stuff.
I tell them that helps me out. In fact, I may reach out to both of them too on the side because Cassie's been writing them. I think Erica wrote one herself. I just haven't got to that one. But if they enjoy writing and have free time, I might end up just shooting cases your way.
Hell yeah.
Hey, can you write this out for me?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. It does. And right now, no lie, Jess, my job is just kicking
mine is too.
The living shit out of me right now.
I was just telling Kent that, and Joe, I was like, I'm not trying to distance. I am literally would love to be involved in all the things. I would love to join the Never Daily. I would love to do everything. But my job is like 24/7, 7 days a week. There's no break. Especially October is the worst month. If you work in corporate, every peer review, every self-review, every corporate training, every calibration is all due in October. Like, I don't know. It's been the last 6 months have been insane.
I feel you.
But I'm in line for a promotion, so I'm just gonna
always shit. Make it work.
That's why I'm just gonna keep getting in line.
Right. They just better give it to you. You're in line. You just gotta get it. Now, if you get it, will that free up some time for you?
No, it'd make more work.
Yes.
But the goal is, Luther, like, I want my husband to be able to quit his union job. And like he can rehab, remodel. We could like buy houses, flip them. I want him to be able to do that. And I make the sole like income. So I need 2 raises. That's them good wives.
Tam's like the same way. Like we need to.
Because I know he can do that.
So stop working. You don't need to go over there and work no more. Like that's
yeah. Because I know I can do that and it doesn't cause me stress. Like his job is physical labor.
Yeah. Tam gets to hear all the bullshit I deal with. Because some days my boss will let me go home early to finish up working from the house. So I got a whole laptop and setup that they gave me. So she'll hear some of it sometimes. She's like,
we'll get there.
With all that?
Retire Luther.
Yeah. Yep, that's the plan. Yeah, that's the plan. We're working on it.
Right.
We're working on it, man. But let's jump back into the case. So this person we're talking about was dealt with some alcohol problems, alcoholism, right? So at least I assume so. I'm making an inference. Is that the right word? Yeah. You can tell the month of October. I wasn't spoken because all my big words are starting to come back. But it's an early evening in a quiet town. A large group of extended family members are walking on the shoulder of the road. Their destination, a park. The mood is casual, hopeful. Everybody's going to have a good time. Suddenly, a car appears. The driver is impaired. The driver drives into the group. Chaos screams.
The group?
The group of people walking, yes. 2 lives in. Many more upended, multiple injuries. The driver, a Michigan resident, had multiple children and was pregnant at the time. She had been drinking. Reportedly, they found pills in her vehicle as well. Her blood alcohol content was more than double the legal limit. It's at 0.18.
She was pregnant.
She's pregnant. So that's why I assume it's got to be some form of alcoholism if you can't stop drinking while you're pregnant. And not only drinking and driving, drinking while driving. She had an empty bottle of whiskey in the car. Like I said, pills. Well, she hit the people, drove off. She was found about 2 miles down the road. And when they found her, they found the whiskey bottle, pills, evidence of the collision. Footage and eyewitnesses placed her there. And investigators described the scene as a walking path that turned into carnage. She was initially charged with felony OWI. I don't know what OWI and OUI, I guess operating while intoxicated.
Yeah.
I got a DWI, so I have a DWI on my record. But she was charged with felony OWI causing death and injury.
Never been arrested, by the way.
I've only been arrested that one time, just that once for
OWI. Okay. Jeez.
As the investigation deepened, 2 counts of second-degree murder were added. At sentencing, the victims described the everyday futures lost, careers, relationships, children. But the judge emphasized the lasting trauma and the ripple of choices. So, with that, what would be the race of the person we're dealing with?
I just think white because, would you say Michigan? I feel like, yeah, white, I guess.
Okay. So, she pleaded no contest in August of this year. And in October of this year, she was sentenced to 30 to 60 years in prison for her role in the May 2024 crash. So she is pregnant.
She was drunk and pregnant?
Well, I guess she's had the baby by now, I would think, if she was pregnant in May of last year.
Yeah.
You already had 2 kids, and then you're pregnant, and now you're about to be in jail. And you're going to miss all of your kids' childhood, because by the time you get out, they're all going to be in their 30s.
Well, and that baby crazy. That she was pregnant with would never see her, probably.
Yeah, never know who she is.
Good.
That is
probably
ridiculous. He said good, probably.
Yeah. I mean, if you're drunk while you're pregnant, come on. Like, yeah, what a mom. Sometimes I think to myself, man, am I a good mom? And then I think about this lady.
Her name, I think that's a sign of good parents, because I think we all question, am I doing good? I question that all the time. Am I doing what I need to do?
Am I making the right choice? I don't know.
I question myself a lot with being a dad. But her name, what'd you say? Did you say white?
White.
White? Okay. Ashley.
Yeah, white.
Monroe. She is white.
So white.
Yeah.
This was recent. I don't watch the news, I guess. Was this on, like
I said, this was sent to me, so I'd never heard of it.
I've never heard of this. This is insane. And the lawyer matched her jumpsuit. That's weird with his tie.
That may have just been an accident. Yeah. But yeah, there's Ashley Monroe.
So white. So white.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
White, looks very depressed.
Twins. Yeah. Mateo. He did. He matched his tie with her jumpsuit. I'm just saying.
But do you think he did that on purpose?
I don't know.
I doubt it. I doubt it's like, man, she wear that yellow jumpsuit every day. Man, let me go and put on my yellow tie. Coordinate. Maybe they'll feel some kind of way for her.
Maybe it's his baby. No, I'm just kidding. That's her brother, and that's his baby. No, I'm just kidding. It was Michigan, not Kentucky.
Okay, so we kind of went a little deeper between the first and second case. Now, let's shift back a little bit. Your stepfather.
Okay.
Because you sound like you have nothing but good things to say.
I love him so much, yeah. I got his last name tattooed on me recently.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, when did he come into your life?
So my mom and dad got divorced in October. Dad died in June. Mom and new dad got married in November. So like when I was 6 or 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay.
then when I was 9, I said, well, like, he's my dad. And she's like, well, my mom was like, well, he would love to adopt you. And I was like, whatever that means, that sounds great. And so he legally adopted me and I took his last name and he took like legal ownership of me, I guess, maybe. Yeah. And he always says I really shouldn't say this on the air, but he always says I'm his favorite daughter.
You think
he has another daughter?
Does she listen to any of your podcasts?
I don't think so.
Yeah, so
she probably knows that I'm the favorite.
I'm pretty sure she probably wouldn't take offense. Like you said, she probably heard.
No, they're like
something similar before.
20 or 30 or 25 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had his kids when he was like 20 and 22. And then I came along when he was like 42.
Gotcha.
So he adopted a whole new family after he had already raised children, which I commend. And that's why I think about, like, I don't know, anybody that can accept somebody else's child, like, or like a blended family, and like you do, like you love them as their own. It's a special type of person to do that. You know,
I think for me, I was raised around that.
Right.
So a lot of people are surprised I'm the youngest. And so I'm the only one of my siblings who my parents are together. So like I'm the youngest. I'm about to say my older, but
your parents are still married?
Yeah, they're still married.
Damn. That's rare. I mean, Becky's
They're
parents
like
are still married, but that's about the only people I know.
About 40 some odd years in.
Crazy.
They may hit like 45 years or 46 years this year in December.
That's insane. My mom, the third one was a charm for my mom.
So we're blended in the sense of my older sister has a different father. Her last name's Duncan. Next in line, my brother has a different father. His last name's Walton. Then my other sister has a different mother than I do.
You're super blended.
We are, like, my father and my mother brought in kids to the point where we have Carrick is technically my father's stepson, and he was raised with us as well, like, so raised around us. So when it comes to like sibling text messages and all that kind of stuff, like, he's in the mix too. So he's my brother too. We'll just say that, but technically no relation at all, not half anything. We just, this is how my family's been. Very close, tight knit.
Anyway.
So back to your stepfather.
Yes.
Police officer. Was he just a regular, like, street cop, or did he do like detective work, or how deep did he go? Did he become a sergeant or anything?
So the way he explained it is he showed up, he put a beat cop uniform on, and then he ended up within the first 2 days becoming a detective. So he was only like a street cop for like 2 days.
How does that work? Because that doesn't
really
normal.
happen.
Yeah.
But if you saw a picture of him, he's like the epitome of that little Italian cop in like all the Soprano movies. Like, he looks like the epitome of it. Like, it's like he has a little stash, and like the year was right, the timing was right. He went straight into Vice, so like prostitution mostly.
Oh, okay.
And so he played a John most of the time in Norwood, St. Louis, like right outside the city. And then he ended up going, so before that he went to college. He got his bachelor's degree and he joined the Army and became an officer in the Army, because if you have a bachelor's degree, you automatically get to be an officer. So when he went into the Army, when he was in Germany, he was always like an undercover. Before there was like CIA type of thing, there was like an undercover kind of, he never was in Army uniform.
Gotcha.
And then when he came back from there, that's when he went into the police officer, and that's why he went straight into Vice, is because he had the history of that.
That makes more sense.
So then he applied for NIS before it was NCIS, like the Naval Investigative Service in San Diego, and he got a job there. And so he worked for NIS before it was NCIS for about 5 years in San Diego, Coronado area. And then he moved back here and he decided to buy into a trucking company. And so he switched completely. He bought into a trucking company, and then he went into like commercial property management, more of a business side. I think it was because he had younger kids and, he wanted to be home more, not traveling all the time, stuff like that. So like when he came into my life, he was a property manager for most of the major buildings here in St. Louis. And then he abruptly lost his job because he stood up to him. There's a big company here in St. Louis with a big Italian family, and he stood up to him and they fired him.
Oh, wow.
And so then we moved to California, and he joined a real estate company out there. And then 2008 happened where the market crashed and we all went bankrupt and we came back to St. Louis. So he's lived I'm
about to say, it sounds like he's done a lot.
Wild life. And both of his parents were originally from Boston. So they grew up in like the projects of St. Louis when they first lived here. So it was an all Italian neighborhood. It was legit the projects of St. Louis. Like that's where he grew up. No no air conditioning, any of that.
Right.
Kind of, he's seen it all.
I got you. But all around a good guy and a good officer.
Yeah, I went way long-winded. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. I'm just kidding. I think
who knows?
He's never drank or smoked or done anything. Like he had a heart attack recently, and they're like, "Have you ever drank? No. You ever smoked? No. Done drugs? No." Like,
I got you. So look, your face sells everything. So that's why I always stop, because I look at your face like you'd be like, am I doing too much? No, you're good. So our last case, I brought 3 cases today. Our last case, our suspect is a police officer. He was promoted to sergeant about 5 years ago. He's in a small town, working one night. He works overnight. One night, 3 concerning 911 calls come in. I'll play them for you. And then I'll read the news release that details how the officer responded to these calls. Cool?
Okay.
I got to find an angle to get us in there.
Of course, you're great at it.
Let's see. YouTube video. Don't worry about the image in the YouTube video because it is not the officer. We won't see him on any of these calls.
And I don't know if I'm watching too many movies or what, but, my boyfriend and I just heard something very strange. We heard gunshots and also screaming. And the screaming sounded, pretty close. And then, when it stopped, the last shot, it was quiet. And then I thought it was kids maybe laughing or something. I couldn't tell. We had music going.
Okay.
And yeah, anyway.
We have patrol responding out to the area to check it out, okay?
And again, I hope I'm not bothering anybody, but it was too weird.
Also, I want you to pay attention to, we're 11:59. We start with 911 calls, right? So we all have opinions about 911 operators. I feel like all 3 of these 911 operators are like trying to rush folks.
Rush. Yeah. Okay. We'll be there. Yeah.
Even though the lady doesn't sound like super concerned, she said, I heard screaming and shots. And then after the last shot, quiet, which means
nothing.
To me, in my mind,
did
somebody got killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And she was trying to be cool. Like, I don't want to bother anybody, but she's like, yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait till the second one. Wait till we get there.
Franklin Township Police.
Oh, look at that time.
I'm sorry. We don't typically do this, but we just heard something that sounded really strange.
Over
there were about 7-ish gunshots. We thought we heard some screaming, and then the noises stopped. Hello?
Hello? Yeah, Upper Kingtown Road area?
We're on White Bridge Road.
Okay, yeah, we have a report of that, yeah.
Okay.
About 5,
yeah,
6
it was
shots,
about like 5-ish minutes ago, and it just sounded really weird, so we felt like we had to say something.
Yeah, I have an officer on his way in the area.
Okay.
911, where's the emergency?
It's not actually on this property, but I just heard a bunch of gunshots. It sounded very loud.
Okay, and
it's
what's
not
the
hunting
address?
season. On Upper Kingtown Road. It's not on this property. I just heard it from this property, and I heard some screaming. Like, I'm up on the hill, so it sounded like down the hill, and maybe...
How many of them did you hear?
5
Just round about 5 to 6? And that's just before you called?
7.
Yeah, no, it was very loud. I mean, the sound really carries here. Yeah,
All right, I'll send patrol out to the area. If it continues to happen, just give us a call back, but I got them going your way.
Okay, I haven't heard anything since. It was the screaming that made me a little nervous.
But it was right before you called, correct?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, not a problem. I'll send them someone out.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Now, I will say all the callers sound like they like from an area where everybody likes to talk. So it sounds like they can be long-winded. But still, bro, you can't just be cutting folks off.
No, especially
like that. Right at the beginning of the call, too. Like, she wasn't even into it on that second one.
Ma'am.
I heard gunshots. Ma'am, around this area. Ma'am. Let her get out what she want to say.
Right.
Like, come on now.
The second one was rude, Stephanie.
Yeah. So, now I'm about to read what the prosecutors released. The officer did once he got dispatched on these calls. The prosecutor's office learned that on Friday, August 1st, 2025, at approximately 7:08 p.m., an individual on 31 Upper King Road, I'm not going to give the city, called to report gunshots and screaming. The dispatcher relayed the information to an on-duty officer, our suspect, who acknowledged the transmission. Data from GPS and surveillance footage revealed that instead of immediately responding to the call for service, our suspect drove approximately 1.5 miles in the opposite direction to another town to go to an ATM, where he conducted a personal ATM transaction. If you thought that was bad, it gets worse. The prosecutor says that approximately 5 minutes after the first call, the second caller from 5 White Bridge Road reported gunshots and screaming. This was relayed to and acknowledged by our suspect as well, who was still at the ATM. He then departed the ATM and proceeded towards the location of the calls, but without activating his emergency lights or sirens. So just drove leisurely over. In the meantime, another 911 call comes in about 5 minutes later saying this same thing, heard gunshots and screaming. This too was relayed to our suspect. Approximately 8 minutes after the third call, GPS data showed our suspect finally in the area of the first call, presumably where he was speaking to the first caller for about 4 to 6 minutes. However, because our suspect failed to activate his body-worn camera, the precise length of the interaction is unknown. We do know our suspect acknowledged the transmissions from dispatch, but he failed to conduct any thorough investigation and did not turn on his body cam, according to prosecutors. The news release notes state that our suspect told dispatchers that he didn't hear anything in the Upper King Road area, so he would go check things on the White Bridge Road area. But by 7:40, around a half hour after the initial report of gunshots, our suspect radioed to dispatch to clear him from the scene, according to the prosecutor's office. Further investigation revealed that he did not speak to the second or third callers at all. GPS data showed he only traveled partially down White Bridge Road and never stopped to investigate anything. At this point, our suspect was working an overnight shift and apparently got hungry. GPS data further showed that our suspect immediately traveled to a pizzeria restaurant in town and remained there for approximately 50 minutes. He was later seen parked at and walking towards an inn that's in town, where he remained for approximately 57 minutes and engaged in socially with patrons around. GPS data also revealed that our suspect spent 5 consecutive hours of his shift from around 11:27 p.m. until 4:33 a.m. at a local cemetery, during which no law enforcement activity was recorded. So later, our suspect submitted a report documenting his investigation into the calls for service on August 1st. In it, he falsely stated that he was unable to make contact with the caller from White Bridge Road, but he never even went over there. So why do you think this guy is our suspect?
Why do I think he's a suspect?
Right. At this point in the call.
Is he not the shooter?
He's not the shooter. He is in trouble because, like a few houses down from the first caller, on the back porch outside, a woman and her boyfriend were shot and killed. He never investigated.
Because he's not doing his job.
He wasn't doing his job the way he's supposed to.
Cassie was following way better than I was.
Yeah, he was not doing his job. So he legit went to the first caller, was there 4 to 6 minutes, and then said he didn't hear anything and left it the same. So in this case, a woman and her recently new boyfriend were killed on the back porch by her ex. Her ex happened to be a state trooper who then went and killed himself later on that evening or the next day. He was
This
found
is
later.
where the get it now. Okay.
So
white, all white, right?
you said right?
I feel
So
like a lot of white people kill themselves. No? Or is that just...
I think there's a number of people who kill themselves. I don't think suicide has a skin color attached
like
to it.
anything, right?
Well, I mean, legit, I had a female friend I was cool with in high school, like real tight. And then one day she called me hysterical. I'm like, what is going on? Her brother, who was close to her, real tight, came to their house, gave her a hug, gave her sister a hug, said, hey, man, I love y'all. This and that.
Really?
He drove down the street from their house and shot himself in the car. Didn't put it in park. And the car rolled back. He had a stick shift, and the car rolled back down the hill.
Oh, my God.
Back past her house, back into a car. Like, she told me all this shit. And I was like, whoa. So, and they were black. So,
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I'm still guessing white.
Guessing white. Our suspect in this case is Sergeant Kevin Bolero, Hispanic.
The one time I don't...
The one time you don't guess Mexican or Hispanic, there he is.
It's insane. No, he's...
And this was like in the New Jersey area, New Jersey. So, yeah.
The one time
you did, I had to throw at least one Hispanic in here for you. And you
I was
didn't
going
even
with
guess.
all white because all the other ones were white.
Well, you didn't guess white on the first one.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I guess Asian. Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
So I think you only got one correct tonight.
1 of 3. Yeah.
The one episode where you here by yourself where you can get all the answers.
Jeez. It's not my fault. Okay, it is my fault. It's me. It's only me. This has been fun.
Apex Erica in the back door says, my question is if he had done what he was supposed to do, he had saved either one of them. Who knows? You never know. He might have.
Maybe. Yeah.
I know they said that everything went quiet after the shots went off, so he could have. Either way, he should have done his damn job.
Yeah, why
bro.
not? Like, isn't that your job? Why
Right.
did you sign up to do this?
He wants to hang out and eat pizza, talk to the folks in the town,
be a
and then go hang
firefighter
out at the cemetery and not do shit. Because he sat still for 5 hours
It's
doing
insane.
nothing. Yeah. But, Jess, it's been real, man.
It's been
I
fun.
appreciate
Thanks
you
for having me.
jumping on and spending the evening with me.
Dealing with my background noise and
Hey, it's good. That just shows that you are a real mother. You know what I'm saying?
Get out of here,
You got real kids.
No, I'm kidding.
I promise you.
Thanks for having me.
You have a few more years, and then
It's all
they'll
over.
be
Yeah.
trying to hide from you. Yeah.
I'm taking it in.
Yeah. Take it all in. Everybody in the back door, I appreciate all of you joining. Angie, Mateo, Cassie, Stephanicity. I saw AA Ron earlier at one point. I saw DJ earlier, I know. Yeah. And if I missed you, David, I saw. Yep, David. And if I missed you, like I always say, charge it to my head and not my heart, man. Love every single one of y'all. Peace. Hey, you made it to the end. I appreciate that. Wherever you're listening, like, comment, subscribe. It goes a long way. If you like what you're hearing and you want to hear bonus content or the uncut episodes, follow us on Patreon, patreon.com/Guessnicity. Hey, thanks for listening again, man. We love y'all.